Hello students, Namaskar. In our previous videos, we took some examples of finding the inverse of a square matrix of order 2 using elementary operations or transformations. Here, we'll take some more examples of finding the inverse of a square matrix of order 2 using elementary operations or transformations. So, today the example that I have taken is of finding the inverse of this square matrix using elementary operations or transformations. So dear students, whenever we are given a square matrix of any order and we have to find its inverse using elementary operations or transformations, we have to first decide whether we have to use a series of row elementary operations or transformations or a series of column elementary operations or transformations. Here I am telling students, for us it becomes quite easy to use the row elementary operations or transformations. So we'll be using a series of row elementary operations or transformations and we'll be finding its inverse. So let us begin. Dear students, whenever we have to use the row elementary operations or transformation, as I have told you earlier, we have to write A as A is equal to IA. So writing, we know that for a square matrix A, A is equal to IA. After writing this, we have to put the value of A, that is 2174, is equal to the value of I 1001 and times A. I here students is a square matrix of the same order that A has. Okay, so now what is our target students? After we have written this, अब अपना टारगेट ये बनता है, इसको हमें एलिमेंट्री ऑपरेशंस यूज़ करके क्या बना देना है, आइडेंटिटी मैट्रिक्स, इस तरह की आइडेंटिटी मैट्रिक्स बनाना है. और जो एलिमेंट्री ऑपरेशंस हम इस पे यूज़ कर रहे हैं इसको आइडेंटिटी मैट्रिक्स बनाने के लिए, वो इस पे और इस पे, इन दोनों पे यूज़ होंगे. तो चलो शुरू करते हैं. सो स्टूडेंट्स, व्हेन आई लुक एट दिस, how can I make this as an identity matrix? I think that it should be 0, or I can say if some of these becomes 1, it becomes quite easy. So what we can do is we can use this elementary operation R2 minus thrice of R1. So when we use this, there will be no change on R1. There will be no change on R1. I have written R1 as it is. Change in R2. R2 will be replaced by R2 minus thrice of R1. Okay. So this minus thrice of this one is equal to 1. This minus thrice of this one is equal to 1. 0 minus thrice of 1 is equal to minus 3. And 1 minus thrice of 0 is equal to 0 only. I hope you have understood it. Now use some more elementary operation or transformation so that it, now students, when we need 1 over here and 1 is over here, so if we interchange both of these rows, so if I am using R1 being interchanged by R2, so the result matrix is 1 1 2 1, and this side we get minus 3, it was 1 actually, minus 3 1 and 1 0 and times A is what we can write here, students. Now dear students, we can make this as 0. How can we make this as 0? R2 minus twice of R1. So applying now R2 minus twice of R1. When we apply this R2 minus twice of R1, we get, there will be no change in R1. So R1 as it is. What is R1? 1 1. I am writing it as 1 1. And this side also R1 we have minus 3 1. Minus 3 1. Okay. So there is, and times A I can write. Now what operation I am using? R2 minus twice of R1. So this minus twice of this one is equal to 0. 1 minus twice of 1 is equal to minus 1. Okay. 1 minus twice of minus 3. 1 minus twice of minus 3. So what we get it as 1 plus 6 is equal to 7. So I can write here 7. And then 0 minus twice of 1. This is 1. So we get it as minus 2. Okay. Now, dear students, if I apply R1 plus R2, because when I use this element will become 0 and we will tend to making this as an identity matrix. So let us move. What we are doing is R1 plus R. So 1 plus 0 is equal to 1 only. 1 plus minus 1 is equal to 0. There will be no change in R2. So 0 and minus 1 is equal to this side. Students, there will be no change in R2. So 7 and minus 2 I am writing and times A. This will be replaced. So how it will be replaced? Minus 3 plus 7. So minus 3 plus 7 is equal to plus 4 is what we have got. And this is 1 and plus minus 2 is equal to minus 1 we can get. Okay. After this, now only one thing is required to make this one as an identity matrix. This should be plus 1. So to make this as plus 1, we can multiply R2 by minus 1. We can use this elementary operation or transformation. So when we use this, we get 1 0 0 1, means this has become an identity matrix, is equal to this side 4 minus 1 and this is minus 7 and plus 2 and times A is what we have got, students. Now we know that I is equal to A inverse times A. This is a fact about. So if this is an identity matrix is equal to some matrix times A, it means this matrix is inverse of A. So we can write this implies that A inverse is equal to, what is the matrix? 4 minus 1 minus 7 2. We have got this as the inverse of this. So now to be sure, yes, we have done it in a correct way or not, we can check whether this is the inverse of matrix A or not. So what we can, how can we verify? We can verify it by multiplying this A inverse by A. If we multiply A and A inverse, if we get an identity matrix, we are correct, and yes, this is only inverse of A. And if we do not get this, we have committed some mistake in this process. So let us verify now. So to verify, dear students, we have A as 2174, okay, and A inverse we have got as 4 minus 1 minus 7 2. 4 minus 1 minus 7 2. Multiply both of these matrices, students. When we multiply both of these matrices, students, what we get is, students, first of all, 2 multiplied by plus 4 is equal to 8 and plus 1 multiplied by minus 7. Okay. Now 2 multiplied by minus 1 is equal to minus 2 and 1 multiplied by plus 2 is equal to plus 2. The next one, 7 multiplied by 4 is equal to 28 and then plus 7 multiplied by minus 7 is equal to minus 28. 7 multiplied by minus 1 is equal to minus 7 and 4 multiplied by plus 2 is equal to plus 8. Okay. So we get 1 0 0 1, means the A inverse we have got, if we multiply this A inverse by A, we get an identity matrix. It means yes, we have been sure that the inverse of the matrix A is this only, and we have done this entire process in a right way and we found the inverse of this particular matrix. So this is how we have taken one more example. We will take some more examples, students, of finding the inverse of a square matrix using elementary operations or transformations, so that you can properly understand how to find the inverse of a square matrix using elementary operations or transformation. The reason why we are taking more and more examples, students, is this is a very important topic from your exams point of view, and always there is a question of finding the inverse of a square matrix using elementary operations or transformations in your exam.